Well, I'm going to put out a disclaimer on this video. I'm going to drive my car, not Kristen's, like I did in the last car conversation for the Swaths. But my car is a piece of shit. It's,
better than my car, Cory.
you wouldn't really know if I had a good muffler that it was a shitty car, because it's not like you're seeing it. Yeah, it's anyways, long story short, I need to get my muffler fixed. Haven't done it yet, because I'm a poor person.
Cory, your car's better than my car.
Because you don't have one?
Your car's better than no car. So, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Did you puncture your muffler? Is that what happened?
I think it kind of punctured itself.
Well,
I wouldn't say I punctured it.
Well, something happened to make it punctured.
Well, I think it maybe corroded a little bit and got a bunch of holes in it.
You see, when I had a car, I drove it up to the Mount Adams, up through that terrain on Mount Adams. There were a lot of divots and dips, and after that, my car never sounded the same. I think it punctured a hole through the muffler, so
really?
I think it's even louder than this one, dude. It's about to go to the landfill, the car graveyard.
See, what I say is that instead of, like, if you want to, like, sound like you have a high-performance muffler, but you don't want to spend all the money on a big old coffee can muffler, just let it get really old and get a bunch of holes in it.
Just remove it.
And it'll sound like a high-performance muffler on one of those, like, rice burner cars, but in all actuality, unless somebody's looking at your tailpipe, they might think you have a fancy muffler.
No, you're right. You're right. I think when I was driving my car around, I'd see everybody's neck turning, their rubber necks to find, sweet Corvette or something coming by. No pillow.
Yeah.
It's my duct tape tin mobile.
Well, the thing that I wish I didn't the problem that I wish I didn't run into was when I accelerate, it's the worst, because it's going from like nothing to like it sounds like I'm trying to go to 60 miles an hour real fast when I go from a stop to like a green light, and so somebody that I'm behind, they'll like, I can see them like looking in their mirrors, like the rear view and their side, to be like, why is this guy gonna tail my ass all the way, and I'm like, no, it sounds like I'm gunning for the back of your car, but I'm driving. I'm going the speed limit, trust me. And then like sometimes every once in a while they'll think I'm trying to, getting like road rage, I don't know, but they'll think
see you later.
They'll be like, they'll slow down. You know how like when some people don't like that they're getting tailed, they'll slow down like to like an unbearable speed to where they get past, and it's like, hey, I'm not like, I'm going the speed limit. I don't know, it's annoying.
Well, are you gonna go up the 6th Street Hill, dude, or are you gonna take a different route?
Do you think I should?
Well, the 6th Street Hill takes a lot of effort. If I were a car, I wouldn't want you to go up the 6th Street Hill. But that cobblestone, we got a nasty cobblestone, really steep hill.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of effort. You've walked up that hill?
No, I have not.
Dude, you gotta take a break 2 or 3 times going up, dude. It's not very forgiving.
I think we should try to think of a very thought-provoking, deep conversation for the rest of this drive home.
About what? Like about God?
I don't know. We might be boring people with the muffler stories.
They love it, dude.
Not that, I don't know, I haven't really advertised the last video we did too well, but it got like probably 6 views.
6 views, dude.
One of them was my mom.
On the way.
One of them was my mom, so.
Did she like it though?
She was like, what were you guys whispering at the end? I was like, I don't even remember.
Come on.
I think it was about like catching your license plate on the video or something.
All right,
or avoiding it.
Okay, what could be deep?
What could be deep? Well,
God is deep.
Life
after death is deep.
I've been really into this guy, Duncan Trussell. He's a comedian.
Okay.
He was the guest on the podcast that we were listening to when you came to my house today.
Ah, yes.
But anyways, he's like, well, he's a comedian, but he's the most like philosophical and like spiritual comedian I've ever. Well, maybe.
In what ways?
Well, like he's very into like Buddhism, but he's not a Buddhist. He's very into meditation, but he's not like a.
Why don't you talk about that? You got into meditation recently.
Yeah, I did get into. I've been meditating, and it's, you know, it's been encouraged to meditate for a long time as far as a certain anonymous group I attend. But anyways, I just recently kind of started like doing like the kind of like the transcendental meditation type stuff, but not really. Oh, I took the bad hill.
I wanted you to keep going. I just wanted to tell them while you were going.
But really, I've been really into meditating lately, just because I use this app called Headspace. But anyways, I just kind of like because like most of our waking hours, and we have this running dialogue in our head, you know, like we're always kind of thinking in sentences throughout our whole day, even if we're not talking to somebody, or, you know, it's just, we just kind of have this running dialogue. And so that's why I kind of like meditation, because the goal is to not let is to kind of just focus on your breathing. You can maybe say a mantra if you want, but just kind of focus on your breathing. Do the most primal thing that every biological animal, primate, whatever does, and they all breathe, and it's just like the most simplest primal thing you can do. And then the kind of like the goal in meditation is just to be present and just be kind of like sitting there in the moment, but then you kind of run into the problem where your brain will automatically be like, oh man, I've got that test tomorrow. I mean, I'm not in school, but you might be thinking,
I've got that test
you
tomorrow.
You probably do have a test tomorrow. But it's it's just kind of like a, try to maybe just focus on your breathing, maybe say a mantra, and then what I've been trying to do lately is just try to do the least thinking as possible. Just focus on the breathing, listen to the sound of it, and then just kind of like look at the back of your eyes. You can't really do that because you can't really look at the back of your eyes, but just kind of like, it's just like, it's black, but if you kind of like, and then if you're if you're outside or like the sunlight's shining through the window, sometimes you'll see some kind of, I haven't seen any like horses or lollipops, but
horses or lollipops?
Not that that's the goal, but you know how like the sun, and when the harder you close your eyes, I mean, you can kind of,
yeah, you get that. You get the flesh tone background plus maybe some interstellar looking dots and things that are flying around.
It's kind of like a Rorschach thing
Floaties.
going on.
Rorschach.
You know the Rorschach test, where like, what do you see here? And it's just a bunch of
ink blots.
Ink blots, yeah. But basically, just try to like the kind of like the goal is just to do as little thinking as possible and just try to be there in the moment. Just kind of.
Cory, you should challenge me as well as these listeners, all 6 of you, to give it a shot, dude.
It is really enjoyable. It's like a big, and like after you've done like a 10 or 20 minute or sometimes 30-minute meditation, you just kind of feel refreshed,
Is that usually what you do then? 20, 30 minutes?
I've been trying to do 20 lately, and sometimes I'll do 30 if I just want to, just to see if I can get any deeper in the meditation.
I'll give it a shot, dude. What did you say, Headstrong?
Headstrong? What do you mean?
What's the app, dude?
Oh, Headspace. Headstrong. Isn't that like a term for
stubbornness?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it's a term for.
I think it's a song. Did it Headstrong will take you on? Well, next time we should start with we'll come up with a deeper subject before we leave the driveway.
Yeah, we'll think of a topic.
Because you started it with a disclaimer, and that's just kind of what launched into it.
Yeah, that kind of like ruined the whole goddamn video. Well, people out there, look up Duncan Trussell. He's kind of he's a really funny dude, and he's very spiritual and philosophical. But he doesn't really align himself with any dogma.
D-U-N-C-A-N.
Or religious
affiliation. He doesn't have affiliation with
because he likes
religious groups.
He likes a little bit of Buddhism. He likes a little bit of Hinduism, and he actually likes a little bit of Christianity too. But he kind of picks and chooses what he likes.
You have to. I think there's truth in everything.
There is.
You have to take those little bits that are truth out of everything and combine them.
Yeah. And and
good on Duncan.
Even Jesus was like, who are you to worry about tomorrow? When the birds don't worry about where they're gonna get food next,
right.
or who are you to worry about tomorrow? Some blah.
Something blah.
I'm so
blah,
far
blah.
removed from reading the Bible and
I know what you're talking about. He's talking to the apostles when they were going to go out and preach for him, and he told them that they didn't need to worry about their clothing or where their food was going to come from because the birds don't, the animals don't. So why do they need to? They still are all taken care of.
Yeah, and it's really good advice too, because if you're constantly thinking about the future or dwelling on the past, you're not really living in the moment, and you're kind of pissing it all away.
I'm sorry, but that reminded me of, if you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it last. Better make it last. So don't go waste time, my precious time. Get your act together and we'll be just fine. So you tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna.
Dude, if we keep singing the Spice Girls are gonna slap a lawsuit on our butts so fast.
D-U-N-C-A-N-T
Russell.
2 L's. Okay.
Yeah. Like Russell, Russell.
Duncan Russell with a T.
But but with a T.
Duncan Russell with a silent T. No. I don't know. Right on. I'll look it up.
All right.
Look it up.